Phil Allen.
Hello, Tuesday.
Across the island and around the world. This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen.
Hit music with Phil Allen. Radio 1 Mallorca.
Customs officials in Texas recently seized more than $4 million of methamphetamine hidden inside a truck carrying pickles. Your Vlasic bait and switch.
Greetings. Welcome to the show.
And now, here to entertain you,
the finest broadcaster.
My favorite show.
Showtime.
Kicking off the show today, that's Love Got You from Swat Cap and Tiara at Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello, this is Phil Allen for Tuesday. Nice to be here. Glad you're there. Plenty of sunny intervals this afternoon, but the chance of a light shower in places. Highs today, 21 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear overnight. Chance of mist at dawn. Overnight lows down to 14 degrees. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, with highs reaching 21 degrees. Sunset this evening, 8:40. And on the radio, this is Diamonds, Fallen Roses, and Lujavo with Calabria at Radio 1 Mallorca.
Hit music with Phil Allen.
Today's show is brought to you by Christy Brinkley, Jennifer Aniston, Cher, Madonna, Kate Hudson, Kate Beckinsale, and other women who, no matter how great they look, can't seem to keep a man around.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Love that tune from Regard, Troye Sivan and Tate McRae with You at Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello, this is Phil Allen. Busy hour on the way. Coming up, we'll have a Soul Train anthem, stand-up comedy round about 1:30 with Elliot Chang on the joys of Spanish TV. We'll have a flashback classic from the old school, and we'll open the birthday file and talk National Tell a Story Day. Hit music now, Alex Godino and Germa. This is Little Love on Radio 1 Mallorca.
Everybody's looking for a meaning.
This is Radio 1.
Now, hotter than ever, Phil Allen.
Tune, Jamie Williams with Real at Radio 1 Mallorca. We're going back in time with a Soul Train anthem next.
If it's a hit,
It's here.
Radio 1. Phil Allen.
From the home of Richie and Aisha at breakfast, this is Radio 1 Mallorca. Stand-up comedy time right now with Elliot Chang on the joy of Spanish television.
It's like a party up in here. I like that. And you start bragging. I got infection. Hi, Cinco.
Elliot Chang, I'm Not Pretty from Jessia, featuring BB Rexa, plays now at Radio 1 Mallorca.
Maybe I'm not pretty.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca, and with Tuesday's very latest Not Headline News, let's cross now to the Not Headline News newsroom.
This is Not Headline News. Jay-Z says he wants to be remembered among all the greats, but chances are he'll be remembered among all the great spouses. Ratings for Sunday night's Oscars hit an all-time low. It's almost as though people weren't interested in seeing a 74-year-old Glenn Close doing debut and then having actors lecture them on social issues. Anthony Hopkins said he was asleep when he was named Best Actor at the end of the Oscars, as so was most of the viewing audience. And the CDC issued new safety guidelines for summer camps. Fortunately, axe murderers who just escaped from a nearby asylum already wear face masks. This is not Headline News.
Phil Allen.
Thank you. Here's Telecast with Lauren Gray, Nobody to Love.
Radio 1 Mallorca. I got these feelings spinning like a
Phil Allen.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca. It is Tuesday, April 27th, 2021. Today, it's National Tell a Story Day. To celebrate, let's tell a story about Sunday night's Academy Awards.
Once upon a time, producers for the Oscars decided not to have a show host, a monologue, a musical opening, or anything entertaining whatsoever. And they were never heard from again. The end.
Okay, on this date in 1931, Hawaii reached its all-time record high of 38 degrees Celsius. That's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It was so hot, several grass fires were reported. Grass skirt fires. It was on this date back in 1965 that R.C. Duncan received a patent for disposable nappies. Should new parents use disposable nappies? Absolutely not. They're intended for the babies.
Oh, another good one. I don't know where you come up with them.
On this date in 2004, Ruth Handler, one of the creators of the Barbie doll, died at the age of 85. She had a very basic funeral with flowers and sympathy cards sold separately. Singer Sheena Easton turns 62 today. She's single, but for those of you keeping score at home, when it comes to marriages, she's 0 for 4. Ace Feely of Kiss turns the big 7-0 today. He still wants to rock and roll all night, but these days he needs to pop to the loo every other hour. And finally, Fox News yesterday apologized for airing a graphic that baselessly suggested Joe Biden wanted to force Americans to eat less meat as part of his climate plan. But not before the fib was picked up and exploited by several prominent Republicans and Fox News' own show host, Larry Kudlow. He spread the lie too.
No burgers on July 4th. No steaks on the Barbie. Can you grill those Brussels sprouts? So get ready. You can throw back a plant-based beer with your grilled Brussels sprouts.
Are you in the mood for a cold brew, but don't want any of that snowflake plant-based beer? Then reach for a refreshing bottle of Meat Lager. Try all our varieties: Entrail Ale, Snout Stout, and our full-bodied Beer Bourguignon. You can really taste the meat. So when you want a real beer made with man ingredients and no environmental agenda, reach for a refreshing Meat Lager.
Like a slaughterhouse in your mouth.
Please chew responsibly.
Thank you, I will. Here's Save Your Tears, the remix from The Weeknd, featuring Ariana Grande at Radio One Mallorca.
I saw you dancing. Phil Allen.
Tuesday hour 2.
Across the island and around the world. This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen.
Hit music with Phil Allen. Radio 1 Mallorca.
So it's Tuesday, right?
Tuesdays are my favorite days.
That means Wednesday's coming.
Excuse me, I must get up now.
Why now, after all this time?
After all this time, why now?
Some of us have jobs to get to.
What you do for a job is not really a great way to make a living, you know?
Well, aren't we, Mr. The Glass is Half Empty?
Somebody's got to do it, huh?
Well, we might as well get this over with.
Happy Tuesday.
Another Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Turn on that radio and back here.
For some of us, the greatest accomplishment of the last year was washing our sweatpants once a month.
No, I won't forget all the promises you made.
Kicking off hour 2 on the show today, Milk Bar Magical J, Feel Your Body at Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello there, good afternoon. Plenty of sunny intervals this afternoon, but the chance of a light shower in places. Highs today, 21 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear overnight with a chance of mist at dawn. Lows tonight down to 14 degrees. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine with highs reaching around 21 degrees. Sunset this evening, 8:40, and the Mallorca sea surface temperature is up to 16.4 degrees. Hey, just to let you know that the Radiothon is back. Richie and Aisha from The Breakfast Show will be broadcasting live for 36 hours non-stop to raise much-needed money for some amazing charities. Great Ormond Street, SOS Calvia, Santa Ponsa Food Bank, Sonas Pesas, and Yachting Gives Back. It's all taking place from 7 a.m. on Friday, May 28th, until 7 p.m. on Saturday, May 29th, and we need your help. You can sponsor an hour of the broadcast, you can buy a raffle ticket, offer a prize for auction, or offer up a raffle prize. Create a challenge for us or yourself in exchange for donations, or simply donate money or food. For more info, please email joe at radio1mallorca.com. That's J-O at radio1mallorca.com. It's coming soon. The Radiothon returns on Radio 1 Mallorca. Lots to get through in this hour. We'll have another Soul Train anthem on the way soon. Stand-up comedy around about 2:30 with the legendary George Carlin on common experiences. We'll squeeze in another flashback old school classic plus your showbiz update today. We'll hear from Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel as well. The hits continue. This is Ilona Garcia with All That at Radio 1 Mallorca.
Thanks for asking, I've been doing hit music with Phil Allen.
Describes his biggest film influence as that Flamin' Hot Cheetos commercial starring Shaggy.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
Hit music and stand-up comedy too. More stand-up now. Here comes the legendary George Carlin on Common Experiences.
Little experiences we've all had, and you just want to slap the
George Carlin. Hit music now from Jungle. This is Keep Moving on Radio One Mallorca. You're listening to Radio One Mallorca, and in breaking face mask news, thousands of people defied social distancing rules over the weekend to march through the streets of central London, mostly in protest against COVID regulations, including face masks. Now, many other people think they were wrong to do so.
As pandemic numbers rise, more and more communities have made the wearing of face masks mandatory. However, there are still those who refuse to do so. They complain that masks are uncomfortable, hard to breathe in, or that they violate their civil rights. These people are called mask holes. You've no doubt seen a few mask holes today, in line at the grocery store,
Mask hole.
at the dry cleaners,
Mask hole.
the post office.
Mask hole.
Everywhere you turn, there's a mask hole.
Mask hole.
Be smart, be sensible, don't be a mask hole. In fact, next time you see one, call them a mask hole. The mask you're wearing will likely muffle your voice so that it sounds like something else entirely. Remember, don't be a mask hole.
Phil Allen.
I won't. Here's Gwen Stefani featuring Sweetie. Slow clap.
Radio One Mallorca.
Phil Allen. Showbiz Update.
This is Radio One Mallorca. Here comes your Showbiz Update for Tuesday. Let's start with audio from last night's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Did you watch the Oscars? This is, not that many people did it. The ratings for the Oscars plummeted from 23 million last year to less than 10 million this year. How can something so woke put so many people to sleep? I don't know, but for whatever reason, the awards were held at Union Station downtown, which is the closest many of these stars have ever been to public transportation. And they tried to mix it up. They really did. This was the Oscars that finally answered the question, what happens when you don't cut off the acceptance speeches? Turns out they go on for a very long time. Caitlyn Jenner over the weekend announced that she's planning to run for governor of California in the recall election later this year. Caitlyn is running as a Republican and has promised that if elected, she will make sure she is never allowed to use a public restroom again. You know, the last Republican to win a recall election in our state, do you know who that was? Arnold Schwarzenegger, who has not weighed in on Caitlyn Jenner yet, possible first lady governor. And millions of Americans are vaccinated right now. As of last week, 140 million Americans have had at least one shot, but many now are skipping the second shot. According to the CDC, 8%, not 80%, 8% of people who got their first dose have missed their appointment for the second dose, which is confusing. You know, the second shot's the one that gives you the lasting immunity. It's like buying fruit on the bottom yogurt and only eating the yogurt part of it. It doesn't make sense. You have to get both shots, which I don't know. I have a wild idea. Just hear me out. What if we all just did what the health experts tell us to do?
Jimmy Kimmel. 34 million people watched the first Academy Awards, TV broadcast in 1953, but less than a third of that tuned in Sunday night. 9.85 million viewers watched a more intimate and stripped-down version of the Oscars in the midst of the pandemic. That's a 58.3%, 13.75 million viewer drop-off from last year. The American version of Loose Women, The Talk, has announced that host Carrie Ann is taking a leave of absence from the show. Cheryl Underwood said, "We'd like to let you all know at home Carrie Ann is taking a leave of absence from the show to focus on her well-being." Walmart is fighting Kanye West's Yeezy brand over a trademark application for a sunburst logo that it says is too familiar to its own. Latest dating rumor: Kim Kardashian and CNN's Van Jones. Next up, more audio. Here's a clip from last night's The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon.
Well, everybody's talking about this, the 93rd Annual Academy Awards. There, but people online had a complaint or two.
No host, no jokes, no bits. The set, lack of clips from nominated movies and performances. Category introductions too long. Acceptance speeches too long. In memoriam way too fast. Best picture category not at the end. Anthony Hopkins won Best Actor. Anthony Hopkins wasn't there. Show had a weird ending. Show way too long.
All right, look, I guess most people thought the show was a little sluggish and at times a bit uncomfortable. It was as if the whole ceremony had just gotten its second Pfizer shot.
Wow.
But the Oscars were really different. For starters, the show was held at a train station in Los Angeles. Because if there's one thing you think of when you think of L.A., it's trains. Well, I guess the train station made sense because I fell asleep 30 minutes in. When I woke up, I had no idea where I was.
Oh, there you go.
There was also a really funny moment during Daniel Kaluuya's acceptance speech. Check this out.
We've got to celebrate. We've got to celebrate life, man. We're breathing. We're walking. It's incredible. It's incredible. Like, it's incredible. My mum met my dad. They had sex. It's amazing. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm here. You know what I mean? So, I'm so happy to be alive.
His mom's like, what's he talking about? What? She's the best. His mom was like, this is so embarrassing. He was like, relax, no one saw it.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, get this. According to several new polls, President Biden has an approval rating of about 54% as he approaches his 100th day in office. Biden was like, wow, so many people to thank. First, my parents. My mom met my dad. They had sex.
Jimmy Fallon. Now, Next Star Media said it plans to launch Rewind TV, a new digital channel airing classic sitcoms from the 1980s and 90s on September the 1st. For your information, Pete Davidson and Phoebe Dynevor as a couple has been confirmed. Ronnie Wood of the Rolling Stones revealed that he spent part of his pandemic shutdown fighting cancer for the second time and winning. Ann Wilson of Heart will sing the US national anthem to open the NFL draft this Thursday. The Kings of Leon will also be performing at the event. And finally, here's audio from last night's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
We learned yesterday that American tourists who have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19 will be able to visit the European Union over the summer. Hot damn! I can't wait to travel to fabulous destinations like anywhere but my grocery store. As proof, Europe will require all tourists to come with a vaccination certificate. So this is going to be an elite group of only those who are fully inoculated or own printers. The point is, Americans, just go get inoculated. Think of the amazing things you can do and see in Europe. You can go to Vatican City and visit the original Olive Garden. You can lie on the ground and get a photo where it looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa is your penis. Or you can lie on the ground and make it look like the Eiffel Tower is your penis. Or you can lie on the ground and make it look like Big Ben is your penis. Or you could use a weird bathroom that has no toilet, just a couple of places to put your feet and some handholds on the wall. like you're gonna ride it over a waterfall or something. Just get your shot, okay? Because going to Europe is only one of the perks of vaccination. There's also now special sections at baseball games, free Krispy Kremes, and lesser incentives like not contracting a deadly pathogen. But it seems like we may need more special treatment to convince certain people to get their shots, because in the latest CBS YouGov Kraft American Singles poll, vaccine hesitancy is especially strong among Republicans. The rate of those who say they won't get the shot is 30%, or as Republicans call it, a majority. One interesting group of people refusing to get the vaccine, people who have gotten the vaccine, because millions of people are skipping their second doses of COVID vaccines. I can't believe it. Americans are saying no to seconds? Apparently, some people are refusing the second shot because they feared the side effects, which can include flu-like symptoms, unlike the coronavirus side effects, which can include death-like death. Other people said that they felt they were sufficiently protected with a single shot. Skydiving's perfectly safe! I gave you half a parachute. Let's go!
Stephen Colbert. Hit music now from Becky Hill. This is Lost Time at Radio One Mallorca.
Baby, now you're back again.
Phil Allen.
I mean, what's not to love?
That's it from me. Diablo V comes up after the news. Then Des will be here from 6 from the Maldives with Tuesday's Drive Time. I'll see you tomorrow from 1.
Oh, my sweet darling. Oh, my dearest love. I'll count the hours that you're away.
Bless you, Trish.
Well, that's our show.
It's over.
What?
It's over. It is over.
Is that it?
That's it.
Everybody still awake?
Will you come on already? I just can't stand these long goodbyes.
All right, big finish.
See you later.
See you dancing in the darkness. You're acting like you're on your own. But baby, who ain't seen nothing like it?
This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen. Phil Allen. Spread the word.
Yeah.
And the love.